6 a.m., June the 28th. Hitler enters the defeated French capital.
Within barely 6 weeks of heroic struggle, our soldiers have ended the war in the West. Their deeds will enter into history as the most glorious victory of all time. I order flags to be flown throughout the Reich and bells to ring for 7 days.
Only Britain now stands in the way of Hitler's total mastery of Europe. A week later, he returns to Berlin. Hundreds of thousands of people line the streets to greet him. He makes yet another offer of peace to Britain.
Mr. Churchill should place his trust in me. The continuation of this war will end in the complete destruction of one of our two nations. I know it will be Britain. I direct yet another appeal to reason.
Winston Churchill refuses the offer. The battle for Britain has begun. Hitler believes his pilots must eliminate the Royal Air Force before an invasion can take place. This time they encounter a more formidable enemy. Messerschmitt pilot Ulrich Steinhilper.
I can report I've now shot down my 4th Spitfire, but it cost me an excellent pilot. The day before we had 3 more losses. My wingman was also caught. There are only 12 left from the old crew. The British have a new engine in their Spitfires, and we can hardly keep up with it.
A week later, Ulrich Steinhilper is shot down over Britain. When Churchill orders the bombing of German cities, Hitler switches his attack from the RAF to the British people.
If the Royal Air Force should drop 2,000 or 4,000 bombs, then we will drop 200 or 400,000, even 1 million bombs in a single night. If they then increase their attacks, we will obliterate their cities.
Hitler's pilots blitz Britain day and night. Over the next 9 months, more than 40,000 people are killed. But the British still refuse to give in. The Luftwaffe is starting to suffer heavy losses. Bomber pilot Peter Stahl.
16th of October. Our losses amount to 4 bombers and their crews. This is a heavy blow. And tomorrow, the official communiqué will state that our brave air crews have inflicted devastating damage on vital targets. And our own losses were only minimal. Our crews are reaching the limits of their nerves.
By May 1941, Hitler has lost the battle for Britain. For the first time, he has met his match.
I am not a man to abandon a fight once begun. I've proved this in my life, and I will prove this to Churchill.
In Hitler's new eastern provinces, victory has brought a brutal new regime.
The Poles have a thin Germanic layer. Below that is foul material, the Jews. The most disgusting thing imaginable. If Poland had lasted any longer, everything would be lice-ridden. A clear, masterful hand is now needed here.
Hitler requires all Jews to be marked with a special armband. They are rounded up and forced to live in ghettos. The largest ghetto is in Poland's old capital, Warsaw. "400,000 Jews are confined within its walls. 17-year-old Mary Berg.
The ghetto is becoming more and more crowded. There is a constant stream of new refugees. People are ragged and barefoot, with the tragic eyes of those who are starving. Starvation alone is killing 40 to 50 people each day. I saw a little girl crying. She looked at me with her blue eyes and said, "I'm hungry. Why does no one come to our aid? How long are we going to be kept here?"
Joseph Goebbels.
The Führer prophesied that if the Jews brought about another world war, they would experience annihilation. The world war is here. The extermination of the Jews is the necessary consequence.
By the end of 1942, almost 300,000 men, women and children have been taken from the Warsaw Ghetto to the death camp at Treblinka. Hitler's final solution has begun.